So I just got back from a trip and I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. So I went to San Japan down in San Antonio, Texas. And this was the first anime con, comic con, any kind of con that I have ever went to. This is my very first one. And overall I had fun. There were a few things that I was disappointed about. Like I went to a Demon Dice concert, which I was really excited for. And it was virtual, which I wasn't a huge fan of. And look, I get it. They Shit happens. They did the best they could with what they had, but I don't know. I'm still a little sad that I didn't get to see her live. But I'm making this video to talk about anime, not my crush on Demon Dice. Move on. Two things that I want to talk about here. First off, I feel like ReZero was very underrepresented. Like the cosplay side was fine. That was about it. There were a few people dressed as the twins. There was one guy dressed in Subaru's jumpsuit. So I don't have an issue with that. But there were a few panels that they have where people would just meet up that were fans of shows and stuff like One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen. They have different shows. But ReZero was not one of them. So I was a little disappointed about that. And the stuff that they were selling, there were a very small amount of ReZero stuff. Like I am a bit of a minimalist. My manga collection here, you see the top row, that's the English section, and then right below that, there's like half a shelf full of my Japanese section. I got a few TVs, a computer, a few consoles, and that is like half of what I own. I don't have a lot of stuff. But I decided, like, hey, I'm going to buy some anime shit. I'm going to decorate my house so it actually looks like someone lives here. And I was looking for ReZero stuff, and I could not find like, hardly anything. Of course, you could find, Rim anywhere you find waifus. But other than that, there really wasn't anything else. And I get it. It's this is going to come off all of this is going to come off like me just bitching because it kind of is. ReZero is not popular right now. There hasn't been an anime release in a while, so it's just not popular at the moment, unfortunately. And I think I would have noticed it. The reason that I am bitching so much about it is because I've been reading and watching so much of it recently in order to make the videos. I think that if I still would have noticed it if I hadn't, because it's still one of my favorite shows. But I don't think I would have. It wouldn't be as big of a deal if I hadn't been doing all of this. So I'm hoping that whenever they decide to release the next season, then we'll get some more ReZero stuff. But goddamn, they're taking so long on that. I'm going to end up catching up on my videos before they end up releasing the next season, which is not what I want. I want an extra source of material that I can go through for the videos. So they better fucking get to that. Second thing that I want to talk about, while walking around and looking at everything, it's kind of put me on the fence about whether I want to start another series, like maybe do something to what I'm doing with ReZero and reading through a light novel and comparing it to the anime. Maybe something like Mushoku Tensei, like the jobless reincarnation. Um, but there's a few issues that I've kind of been back and forth on because I am not going to put any more time into this than I'm already putting into it. So if I decide to add in another series, it's going to cut into my ReZero time, which I'm not really wanting to do. So maybe this is something that I put off until after I'm more caught up on ReZero. And I also don't know how different like that show is with the light novel because I don't want to read through the light novel and then find out like, oh, there's just nothing here to talk about. Uh, so maybe if someone has read the light novel and knows about the anime, they can kind of tell me whether there's enough differences there that it'll be fun to go through. I don't know. Regardless, I do think I am going to wait on that. Um, But I guess I'm just kind of putting it out here in case anyone knows of any interesting light novel and anime differences that would be fun to go over. But I mean, that's really all the one I'm talking about. So yeah, Jesus fuck, I just noticed her head is like as big as mine, or not bigger. Who the fuck decided this?